Welcome to You Will Live Under the Sea, starring me, Rory Sheridan, as the voice you're listening to now. The rest of the parts will be played by the ensemble. Part 1. You will remember, you will live under the sea.
When you imagine the future, what do you see? Do the words hover and/or board feature prominently? Do you see computers getting smaller and smaller? Do you see houses getting smarter and smarter? When you imagine the future, do you see yourself interacting with an AI companion? A robot servant? A talking car? Are everyday objects atomically powered? Do you get around using personal flight? Is the world more peaceful? Is your life less stressful? When you imagine the future, is your vision the same as it would have been a generation ago? 2 generations ago? Have you ever noticed that our dreams for the future never change? And somehow, never arrive?
My grandmother was a kindergarten teacher for 25 years, and so she held on to everything. When she retired, my grandparents built their dream home and had this second-floor playroom for the grandkids. It also contained all of my grandmother's teaching supplies, including a bookcase overflowing with books. Books that we all recognized. Clifford the Big Red Dog, and Where's Waldo, The Magic School Bus, and Beverly Cleary. God bless you, Beverly Cleary. But also, all the books that my dad and his 2 sisters would have read when they were kids in the 1960s. Books about the future. A future as seen by the past. Now, nobody at this point had ever told me that books could become outdated. The future that these books depicted were as fantastic to me as they would have been to my dad 30 years before. There was a picture on one of the pages of one of the books of a little boy soaring above his neighborhood and above a caption that read, "By the year 2000, children will use their jetpacks to get to school." I was 9 years old and shaking with excitement. The year 2000? It was only 7 years away. I wasn't gonna need a driver's license. I was gonna need my jetpack license. Dreams of the future, all promises. You will go to the moon. You will live on Mars. But also the story of a little boy who traveled down to the deepest depths.
Part 2. You will read, you will live under the sea.
Every year, the land gets more and more crowded. More people, more buildings, more roads, and more cars. Out there, the sea isn't crowded at all. Very soon, people will be moving out there. People will live down under the sea.
God, I just love this. Like, I don't know, little collages? Little cut-up pictures to make the buildings.
Yeah, it looks great.
One of these days, you'll take a trip out there. You'll want to see how people live on the bottom of the ocean. You'll pack up for a weekend underwater. Your dad will take you to the dock. You'll take the 9 o'clock skim bus.
Your skim bus will skim across the top of the waves. You'll leave the crowded land far behind you. Soon, you'll see a big floating building. That is where your undersea trip will begin.
The going down place.
Yeah, someone put a lot of effort into that title.
This is where you'll get off your skim bus. This is where you'll get into your submarine. There will be subs going everywhere. You'll ask for the sub that goes to Deep Down Lodge.
Wait, is he going by himself? Are you serious? How old do you think that kid is?
10, 11.
I would say 11 at the oldest. And none of these adults seem alarmed at all. Fucking kid shows up to the going down place. There's 1 ticket to Deep Down Lodge, please. You think a grown-up would step in and be like, what? No, where are your parents? These other kids have parents? Yeah.
Oh.
Like, look, turn back. Yeah. See, waving from the platform at the 9 o'clock skim bus. And jacket, briefcase. It is a school day. That kid should be in school. Okay, you know what? This is strike 1, book. Someone should be supervising this child. Keep going. Oh, my turn, right. All aboard for Deep Down Lodge, Jesus. Down in the elevator, down to the sub. Now you'll have water all around you for the next 3 days. 3 days? The next 3 days, you'll see no sky. You, like the fish, will live in the sea. Why are you not as outraged?
I think it's fine.
Fucking look at it! Little kid, 3 giant adults, underwater glass elevator. This is a nightmare. And we're just supposed to go along with it?
It's an adventure book. And it's like, yeah. Copyright 1966.
Oh, so parents were just different back then? Drop your kid off at a bus station and fuck off for 3 days? That's criminal. I bet you the last page of this book is that kid's face on a milk carton. No, this is insanity. This is insanity. You gotta read. I need a minute.
Get out that camera. Shoot away. You're going to take pictures that will make your dad's eyes pop.
Oh yeah, Dad doesn't want to come, but take pictures.
Okay. Hi, you'll want to shoot pictures of the Kelly Kelp Farm. You'll see many farms like this on the bottom of the ocean. Farmers will live down here. They'll plant and grow food for the people up on land.
People up on land like your absent father.
You'll want to shoot pictures of the Finnegan Fish Ranch. You'll see fish boys herd cows just like cowboys herd cows, but fish boys won't ride horses. They'll ride little subs. See? This is fun. It's a vibrant underwater tour that is child-friendly.
Child-friendly. Can I just... The fish boys will have guns.
All right, if you're gonna read it like that.
They won't shoot bullets. They'll shoot rays of light. You'll see them go after sharks with these guns. That will keep the sharks from eating their fish.
Miners at work. You'll get pictures of them too. You'll see them digging on the ocean floor. You'll see the miners' houses. They will live in these houses for weeks at a time.
Oh yeah, one of those child-friendly mines you're always reading about. Then you will come to Deep Down Lodge. Here is where you will sleep tonight. Here is where you will make a very good friend.
Okay, yeah. You know what I think this is? I think this is like a sleepaway camp.
Sleepaway camp.
Yeah, your parents bring you to the bus. The bus brings you to camp. That's a normal thing.
He's the only kid on a submarine full of adults. Where are the other kids?
They're already there. They're already there. Look. Here is where you will make a very good friend. The other kids. No, don't the other kids.
Yeah.
Kids probably from all over. They got on their own skim buses. They came to Deep Down Lodge. They're waiting for him. No, this is where he will make a very good... Well, that is not what I wanted.
What?
Okay, I think you have laid a context on this book that was not the original intent.
Oh, that's something I did.
I'm just saying, I think it's fine. But it's gonna seem weird now because you've laid this like sinister layer on top of everything.
Okay.
But it's fine. I think it's probably fine.
Can I? But you wouldn't call this sinister?
I think it's unfortunate.
Who do you think that is?
Oh, I feel like the book has made that like very clear.
Yeah, probably the really good friend, don't you think? Now, you know what? Why don't you read it? I just want to make sure that I have the proper context.
Inside, he will be waiting for you.
Oh, that's nice.
The snooper-in-chief of the Sea Snoopers Club. He will tell you about this club.
Sea Snoopers Club. Sounds like a euphemism.
It's not a euphemism.
What is a sea snooper?
I don't know, but it's not a euphemism. This is a hard club to know. This is a hard club to get into, but you'll tell him you want to try.
It's probably a sex club.
Not a sex club.
You don't know?
I do know. You know how I know? The Cat in the Hat is on the goddamn cover!
Oh, yeah, okay, but look, what's that in the background? Another adult man in a room full of young boys!
You are twisting this! It's a club! It's a club for boys! They're campers, they're counselors, they're snoopers. He's the snooper-in-chief. He's a very good friend because you would want the snooper-in-chief to be your very good friend. They're sea snoopers. That's it. You are ruining this. You are ruining this. To become a sea snooper, you'll have to take many tests. The hard test will come tomorrow, outside in the sea. Tonight, you will begin by learning the names of fish. Tonight, you'll have to learn the names of more than 50 fish. Okay, yeah, they're a little close. But it's, it can't be spacious. It's an undersea laboratory. And he has to work the knobs. Not because the boy is too little to be here, but because that computer is meant for snoopers in chief only, and so they have to be that uncomfortably close. Oh, and sure, it looks like he's like staring at the nape of the little boy's neck, but he's not. He's checking the little boy's work because the little boy is trying to learn the names of more than 50 fish. And yeah, sure, it looks like he's got like this like mischievous grin, but that's just because he's so proud of the boy for learning the names of so many fish. That's it. What?
The hard tests will come tomorrow outside in the sea.
Huh?
But all I see on the viewfinder are piranha.
Oh, well, that's not good. They should not be doing that tomorrow. Okay, you know what? I feel like we get it. This is a jaunty undersea adventure for kids. I think we could just move on now. I think we could go and start like the play proper. You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and jump to the next section. We're gonna jump to the next section, yeah?
Part 3. You will continue reading You Will Live Under the Sea.
God damn it.
Okay, all right.
Oh. Okay. Yep.
You won't sleep very much tonight. When you do, you'll fall asleep with strange fish all around you. It looks like the little boy and the grown man are sleeping in the same room.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It looks like they're sleeping with their shirts off.
Kind of saw that right away.
Looks like this children's illustrator put them both in what I would call an intimate pose.
That's kind of hard to deny it.
Looks like there was a lot of space in this room and they pushed the beds together.
They just kind of shoved them right to...
Are you okay?
Why are the fish watching?
Oh, God. Wow. Next morning, day of the big tests. Will you know how to put on your sea suit? Every sea snooper has to know how. You'll have to show the chief that you can do it. Hey, Dad? Yeah, son? How old do I have to be to go to the bottom of the sea? Oh, I don't know, son. How old is one day younger than old enough to know how zippers work?
Okay, you know what? This is why you do this as a club. Multiple campers, multiple counselors. They're always in like a big group together, right? So no one's ever really left alone one-on-one.
Will you be afraid in a little two-man sub?
God damn it, book!
The chief is going to take you to some very wild places. You will have to show him that you are not afraid to go.
Fuck you, book! Okay, we gotta power through. You gotta keep going.
Okay. He will take you to wild places that few people ever see. He will steer the little sub past a
red-hot volcano.
You will have to go to these places if you want to join the club.
You will have to learn how to keep away from fights. There are always a lot of fights down under the sea. You'll have to learn how to get away fast.
Then out of the sub. Out into the sea. We're going to camp out down here. You'll unpack the sub. You'll swim and you'll carry your things to the hut. Okay.
Here, you'll learn how to get along with fish. You'll learn that some fish can be very friendly.
I like that. Nice. And now more tests.
Okay.
First, you'll show the chief you can use tools underwater. You'll have to use a hammer. You'll chip off a sea fan with your hammer. Casual ecological destruction there.
The next test will be harder. You'll have to catch a live fish in a bag, and you'll have to know his name. That won't be easy if you catch a... And you'll have to know his name. That won't be easy if you catch a
Yeah, right? No?
to pronounce. Okay.
Autofill.
Humu nuku apara. Humu nuku apara.
We skip it?
We skip it!
We skip it!
We skip it! Then will come a really hard test. Did you ever catch a turtle bigger than you are? If you're going to be a snooper, you're going to have to try.
But you'll catch him. You'll catch him, and then you'll have to ride him. You'll have to stay on that turtle more than 5 minutes.
Now will come your last test. You'll have to catch your supper. Your supper will be hiding in a cave. You'll have to find it.
Fuck no! You don't have to go in a cave! Don't go in a fucking cave!
Kid, there's no supper in there!
You've already got a fish in a bag. You don't gotta catch your supper.
Yeah, you gotta eat that bagfish, kid.
Get out of that cave, turn around, eat yourself that bagfish.
There ain't nothing in that cave, kid, but murder!
Yeah, step 1, convince you to bring a hammer swimming.
That doesn't make any sense!
No, step 2, lull you into a false sense of security with turtle ride.
Step 3, murder! You gotta turn around, kid!
If you can't catch your lobster, you can't be a snooper, and you'll go to bed hungry, so you'll make sure you do catch that lobster.
At last, you'll be a snooper. You'll swim with the chief to the sea snooper's rock pile. Oh. Every new snooper writes his name on a rock. You'll write on yours. Then you'll put it up high on top of the pile.
Wake up, kid! Don't you see what he's making you do?
He's making you bury all the other boys he's brought down here.
In the hut that night, you'll have an undersea party. You'll eat sea snooper stew and that lobster too. What the fuck? When you do go to sleep, you'll be very tired, but you'll be very happy. You'll belong to the club.
Oh, God. Don't you see? Don't you see what he's making you do?
Sea snooper stew? Kid, you're a sea snooper!
Sea snooper stew is children! It's children! Don't!
We're almost there.
I can't.
There's like 2 pages left.
Yeah, but I know what they're gonna be. The man is gonna be cleaning his hammer, putting it back in his rucksack, next to a carton of milk with the boy's face on it. No, we're done. We're done. We're not doing this. We're gonna move on to the next part. So let's just go ahead. Let's do the next part.
Part 4. You will finish reading.
No, fuck you! We're not doing that. We are doing the next part.
Part 5. You, the actual you in this actual fringe play, will actually live under a metaphorical sea.
So I'm shoveling the snow from in front of my car so that I can get to the exactly 0 things waiting for me. You know, just kind of fields of dreaming and waiting for something to come when my phone rings.
Hey, I was thinking about taking a walk around the neighborhood, wanted to see if you felt like going with. Totally okay if you're not down with that.
And I was like, fuck no, that sounds great. Dead of winter, cold as shit, and I don't care. I gotta get the fuck out of this house.
So, cart against one side, ass to cart, leaning over, investigating all the mustard.
Just taking up the whole aisle.
Whole fucking aisle! And I'm like, are you gonna move? Like, this is the way we're all going, just inspecting the mustards. Not too refined a palate to just pick any old mustard. But when I was a kid, my dad always made us watch Rocky and Bullwinkle, and there's always one of them tied to a log headed toward the buzzsaw at the timber mill.
Yeah, Dudley Do-Right.
Sure, yeah, whatever. But as a kid, I was like, who has this as a cultural touch point? Like, how many people have even been inside a timber mill? But me and my cart are headed toward Mustard Lady, and I'm like, oh shit, I get this now. Every year, the land gets more and more crowded. More people, more buildings, more roads, and more cars.
You will live under the sea.
It felt good, that winter's walk, being outside, moving forward, locked in on the horizon, somewhere to go. About a month later, I'm sitting in my front yard yelling at my tulips because that's what life has done to me recently. Like, hey y'all the only good thing I got going in this life, and it ain't spring yet. Y'all gotta stay down a little longer when my phone rings.
Hey, it's supposed to be really nice this afternoon.
Shit, I already got my shoes on.
So I swear she looks me in the goddamn face and says, "Don't worry, everyone's being really safe."
Oh, fuck you!
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, not fucking
No.
possible? Like, you're all I fucking see. The Mars rover posts fewer pictures.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be more than 12 people.
Oh, no doubt.
And you know how big her backyard is.
God damn, look. The patio's already open.
Every month the land gets more and more crowded. More people, more buildings, more roads, and more cars.
You will live under the sea.
Each walk lasting a few miles longer than the one before it, unconsciously picking long, unbroken stretches of straight road, feeling that horizon grab us by the Fitbit and drag us along. A couple of weeks later, I'm sitting at my kitchen table brushing up on some basic math. Like, if I've got 13 half-completed home improvement projects, then how come I don't have the smug satisfaction that comes with completing 6 1/2 projects?
I pick up the phone and call him.
But I'm already FaceTiming her on my end.
Every device in the house chirps.
We both pick up at the same time. Hey, I was thinking about, I'll be right there. Click.
So fucking hanging out in a stadium.
No.
And then just shit in my mouth. We're doing stadiums now? And this isn't a judgment, he's a good
Sure,
person. It
yeah.
just feels like we're already at stadiums.
Stadiums.
Every week the land gets more and more crowded. More people, more buildings, more roads, and more cars.
You will live under the sea.
The sun set, but we just kept walking, dragging on along towards that horizon, wanting to see what would happen when we got to the end and dropped off the other side. The next morning, I wake up in front of a gas station that I had never been to before. I look over and I see her laying next to me in the grass median. She's already got her phone in her hand.
Hey, what are you doing today?
And I'd already made some pretty significant plans to stand in front of my microwave and pull my phone out of my pocket and scroll for 7 or 8 hours, but my legs were already moving.
And I was like, oh, you're still getting married this year. That's awesome.
Why not?
Just to sit at a bar and watch a game, he says.
Sure.
Every day, every hour, minute by every living minute, the land gets more and more crowded. More buildings, more people. More roads, more people. More cars, more people.
You will live under the sea.
Hey, what are you doing today?
Oh, I don't know. I got like a couple hours of work I gotta do. Why? You thinking about going for a walk?
You busy?
Busier, you know.
Feels that way.
Man, I swear, it's like every day my schedule gets more and more crowded, more invitations, more expectations.
Yeah, I was thinking about living under the sea.
Oh.
It's not a done deal. I've just been thinking a lot lately. Like, everyone is so excited about going back, and I'm like, just go back. I can't even wrap my brain around it.
And so you were thinking, under the sea?
Bottom of the ocean.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm ready for a change. I can't fathom going back. I want something new. Is that crazy?
I don't think so. My grandmother had this bookcase when I was a kid, and it was full of all these like super old children's adventure books, like all kind of like space race optimism, you know? And when I was a kid, I could not get enough of them. Moon colonies and jetpacks. So, no. Getting excited about the world being a little bit better than it currently is, I don't think that's crazy.
I was wondering if you wanted to come with me.
Under the sea.
Out there, the sea isn't crowded at all.
When were you thinking about
Like
leaving?
today.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking today.
Fuck it, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't you have to finish your work first?
Oh, okay, to be very clear. When I said I had a couple of hours, I meant I'm gonna do 20 real life minutes of hard work and then fuck right off. Where do you wanna meet?
I want to do the 9 o'clock skim bus.
One of these days, you'll take a trip out there. You'll wanna see how people live on the bottom of the ocean. You'll pack up for a weekend underwater. You'll take the 9 o'clock skim bus across the waves.
You'll leave the crowded land far behind you.
I can't believe we're doing this!
I can't believe that you agreed to come.
Hey,
What?
you will live under the sea.
I believe you will live under the sea.
No. Excuse me. You will live under the sea.
Ah, but I riposte. You will live under the sea.
You will live under the sea!
Ah, soon you will see a big floating building.
Coming up over the horizon, coming closer.
That is where your undersea trip will begin.
The going down place!
Like, legitimately no effort went into that title, right?
The going down place.
But once you get past the shit name, the going down place amazes. Vibrant colors, sleek lines, modern touches, while still folding in elements of the natural world.
You will take a deep breath and hold it. It is the deepest such breath that you can remember, and you will feel all your anxieties wash away. You will take a moment and just stand.
Hey, you can't stand there.
I can't?
No, where you're standing, you're not going anywhere at all. This is the going down place. We've got goings to get to, and it's time to get going. Now,
So what do I do?
stand there.
Oh!
You're on our patented electric railway transporter transcommuter.
And I just stand here?
Yep, you stand there, and the next person stands there, and before you know it, you're both really moving and never getting an inch closer to one another.
Never an inch closer? Just standing?
Why walk to where you're going when where you're going can come to you? That's what we believe here at the Going Down place.
Okay, you don't have to keep saying it.
And all thanks to our patented electric railway transporter transcommuter.
Oh, this is amazing. This is really fantastic.
Well, of course, you're at the Going Down place, where ingenuity belly flops onto every modern convenience and there's nary a ripple.
Is this how you get everywhere down here?
Heavens, no. Lots of ways to get around down here.
Okay, all right, well, this might be silly. Do you have jetpacks?
Jetpacks? You don't want one of those. Why, those are for going up. You're in the
Going Down place.
where
Right.
you can go down near anywhere, like down, or down with a slant, or circly down zigzag or a tag.
It's just that I've kind of always wanted a jetpack.
Well, you're thinking too hard. That's your problem. Here at the Going Down place, we don't worry about things like how will we get there, or is it even feasible, or will there be access for everyone once we're there? No! We just focus on the destination. Where are you going, traveler?
Oh, I hadn't really thought about it. Down, I guess.
Well, that's no problem here at the
Going Down place.
You'll always end up somewhere.
You'll always end down somewhere.
Yes, I like you. Yes, you'll always end down somewhere at the Going Down place, like maybe perhaps one of our patented teeny tiny cramped elevators.
Wait, what?
Down in the elevator, down to the sub. Now you'll have water all around you. For the next 3 days, you will see no sky. You, like the fish, will live in the sea.
The elevator is cramped. Not to be outdone by...
The sea. The overwhelming expanse that extends forever and does little to negate
the still frantically small elevator brimming with people breathing down your neck, pushing you up against the glass, making you ever more aware of...
the overwhelming everything going forever in all directions.
The elevator goes deeper beneath the waves.
Staring out at the endless panorama, you will develop a secret yearning for the horizon.
You will discover that you feel lost without one. Because seeing the edge of a challenge is what always makes it feel conquerable.
It is crushing, you will discover, to navigate anything endless. You will decide to turn back.
Say what now?
You will try to send the sub back up, or the elevator back up.
No, there are no buttons.
No, you will slap against the glass
You're
doors.
just leaving a lot of smudges, really.
You will dig your fingers into the cracks and prove the door.
Hey, no. It's fine. It's fine. We just have to get onto the sub. You will live under the sea.
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 You will live under the sea. Get off that camera. Shoot away. You're going to take pictures that will make your dad's eyes pop. You'll want to take pictures of the Kelly Kelp Farm. You'll want to take pictures of the Finnegan Fish Ranch.
A shark, larger than your sub, follows you for some time.
Playful at first. Inquisitive. Eventually, on the prowl.
The fish boys will have guns. They won't shoot bullets, they'll shoot rays of light. They'll go after the sharks with these guns. Calm down, everyone. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh.
You, sir.
Me?
Yes, you. Have you ever seen any submarine movies?
Yeah?
Which ones?
You want me to just name submarine movies?
My God, man, we're taking on water. Quick.
Das Boat, U-571, K-19 The Widowmaker. Oh, God, I don't want to be thinking about any of those movies. The Hunt for October, Periscope Down.
Perfect. I think you can help. You know
know how in submarine movies there's always that part where the submarine is jostled and it starts taking on water, it surges aboard the bridge, and you think it spells certain doom for our crew members. But then someone turns a valve and the water stops, and the submarine continues to somehow work perfectly fine with that valve closed?
Yeah.
Well, I need you to find that valve because that's based on fact.
Like that valve.
My God, man, we're taking on water. Turn the valve before you kill us all. Whew, that was a close one.
Did that work? Why is that pipe even on the sub? Why don't they just leave that valve closed to start with?
Soon you'll come to Deep Down Lodge. Here is where you will sleep tonight. Here is where you will make a very good friend.
Ow. Ow.
Permission to come aboard.
Well, that was underhanded.
What?
What you just did right there.
Wow, Deep Down Lodge sure is swell. Would you mind giving me a tour?
I can't believe you.
How long have you been down here?
Stop doing that.
What?
Acting like I'm the snooper-in-chief.
You are the snooper-in-chief.
No, I am not.
Well, somebody has to be. Could you just be the snooper-in-chief a little bit so we could move on?
No.
Hey, look, no. You got this, okay? Say it with me. You will
Live
be the
under the
snooper-in-chief.
sea. Oh, come on!
You will be the snooper-in-chief.
Quit saying that.
You will be the snooper-in-chief.
I promise I will never be the snooper-in-chief.
Part 6. You will.
I don't like
Why do
this.
you have a hammer?
It was in my rucksack.
You have a rucksack?
All snoopers-in-chief have rucksacks.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't you what? I don't like this.
Hey, stop that.
I can't.
Oh, no. Hey, this is fine.
Is it?
Yes, you will live under the sea.
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 You will live
You
under
will live under
the
the sea. Inside, he will be waiting for you, the snooper-in-chief of the Sea Snooper Slug Club. He will tell you about this club. This is a hard club to get into.
Why are you telling me? Oh, am I the little boy?
You will tell him you want to try.
No, I don't want to be the boy.
But you will tell him you want to try.
No.
You do it so we can move on. Would you like to try?
I would love to try.
There will be many
Are you
tests.
staring at the nape of my neck?
Yes.
Oh, no!
I can't help it. Tonight, you will have to learn the names of many fish.
Bring it on, asshole.
You will have to learn the names of more than 50 fish.
Fuck you, I already know 50 fish.
Well, that's not enough. It has to be more than 50.
Oh. Shellfish.
That's not a fish.
Really? No. Cuttlefish.
No.
Crayfish. Starfish.
No.
Really? Jellyfish.
Why are these the fish that
They
you're
have a
picking?
fish in the name! Seahorse.
Yeah.
Great. Good. Perfect. What's next?
Oh, no, I want to.
You won't get very much sleep tonight. I think we have to face each other. I think the pose has to be more seductive.
Is this it? Am I doing it?
Yeah, you know what? You're trying, and that's nice. But I think we have to push the beds together.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
No, I'm just gonna come to you.
No,
Come
don't
to you.
do that.
Come to
No,
you. It's
don't do
fine.
that.
It's fine.
No,
It's
no,
fine.
please,
Just breathe.
please,
It's fine.
no.
It's fine. Oh, Jesus.
Is that it?
Oh,
Did we do it? Oh, thank God.
Oh, this is a terrible idea.
Oh, it's fine.
Is it?
I think it's fine.
If we're being perfectly 100% honest, I super thought that we would be a pace beyond fine by now.
It's going to be great.
Because otherwise, what was the fucking point?
You will live under the sea. You will live under the sea. You will live under the sea. You look out your porthole at Deep Down Lodge.
Strange fish all around you.
Something about Deep Down Lodge feels so familiar. You can't see the seafloor. There's no horizon to fix your gaze on. Bioluminescent fish float and dart by your window. You stand and stare, and they scroll by. It is going to be fine. It is going to be everything they promised you. We just have to keep going. We just have to go deeper. You will live under the sea.
you be afraid in the little two-man sub? It's going to take you to some very wild places. We have these things we like to say when shit gets calamitous. Things will be better in the morning. One day you'll look back on this and laugh. One day you'll wonder why you were even upset. Things we say to each other when, oh, you're fucked, would have sufficed. Time heals all wounds. Things will improve by spring. Be better by summer. Back to normal by fall. And for whatever reason, be it ignorance or desperation, we never question it. Oh, it'll be better in the morning. Well, fuck, let me get to there. We treat the future like a rock polisher. Just dump everything in, set it spinning, come back later. At some point, the future stopped being a process and started being some destination. The little sub dives deeper now, past the wild places that few people ever see, past a red-hot volcano. You will have to go to these places if you want to join the club. You will live under the sea. You will live under the sea. You will live under the sea.
You will have to learn how to keep away from fights. There are always lots of fights on Under the Sea. You'll have to learn how to get away fast.
And the truth is this, if you were to get out now, the pressure would be so great that it would crush you in an instant. So you stay in the ride. And the little sub fills its ballast tanks with water. You will live under the sea. And yeah, your jetpack is 21 years late, but the mail is really fucked right now, and that doesn't mean that it won't ever arrive. It just means you have a little deeper to go. You will live under the sea. You will live under the sea. One summer, your granddaddy made you watch Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea with him. It's this glorious old Technicolor bastard that should be in the scrapyard, but still has some kicks left in it. The Admiral and his crew have to save the world from this global catastrophe, and the only thing they have is this wild, futuristic submarine that the Admiral also invented, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But it's a global crisis. Space is on fire, and they have to stop it by shooting a nuclear missile into it. It was the 60s. We'd only invented science like the previous Tuesday, so just go along with it. It's a catastrophe and a race against the clock and a last-ditch reliance on science, and the submarine had this huge windshield. That's what you remember. A front row seat to the adventure. And you remember thinking as a kid, why don't submarines have windshields? And yeah, the pressure, but also the big truth is, no one wants to see that shit. You're trapped a mile underwater in a death can? You don't want to know where you are. You want to know when it's going to be over. When you're coming up for air. When you're going to be back on dry land. You will live under the sea? You will live under the sea. The little sub dives deeper and nosedives now. And it takes everything you've got to avoid the obvious question, how can the future be so fucking great when right now is like this? Then out of the sub, out into the sea.
Part 7. You will die under the sea.
Your feet touch down on sand, soft plumes rising up around you. Bubbles rush from the little two-man sub as it fills with water at its final mooring. You've arrived. The farthest reaches, the deepest depths, the bottom of the ocean. Marine life peeks out at you from all sides, holding you in their cautious gaze. You stare at your new surroundings, slack-jawed, sand settling around your ankles, unable to find the words to best describe this new vista.
What a fucking shithole.
You eventually settle on, what a fucking shithole. After all that waiting in skim buses, waiting in cramped glass elevators, waiting in lodges and submersibles to arrive at this.
This fucking shithole?
It's a fucking shithole, everybody. You push off the sand and kick, swimming towards the only place of note down here, the large rock pile. Rocks no bigger than your fist, in a pile the size of a house. Names scratched into each of them, names of all the people who got here before you, grew tired of waiting, and left.
You will live in a fucking shithole.
You stare at the rock pile. A gray void that fills your vision from end to end, and a new question takes hold of you. Where the fuck is my jetpack? My grandmother, who never threw away anything, had a bookcase overflowing with books. A bookcase overflowing with books about the future.
He just wants to know where his jetpack is.
Books about a future that would never arrive? Promises were made.
Just give him his jetpack.
A future so electrifying that it boggles the imagination, huh?
We'll go ahead and take that jetpack now.
We've already solved all of the Earth's problems. Let's shoot up to Mars and see if we can't sort that shit out.
All he wants is his motherfucking jetpack.
You know what? Fuck your jetpack.
You done shit the bed now.
I don't know if you've heard about this, but every year the land gets more and more crowded.
Yeah, I think I know a little something about that. More debt.
Oh, more credit cards.
More housing insecurity.
More overdoses on your sidewalks.
More injustice.
More intolerance.
Every year, more, and all you promised us was jetpacks.
Fuck your jetpacks! And fuck you! The future as seen from 1966.
A future in which white people hide on the bottom of the ocean because more people were moving into their neighborhoods.
How about a future instead where there are, I don't know, fewer miners digging on the ocean floor?
How about a future where there are fewer fish boys with guns?
How about a future where we tried coexisting with one another instead of shooting goddamn rays of light at everything?
What if we abandoned our dreams of jetpacks and instead chose walking among to flying over?
You will leave under the sea.
But first, you will write your name on a rock.
You place it up high, on the top of the pile.
It's a reminder for the next time you pass by this point. You've been here before and made it out. And back then, you didn't know anything at all.
You leave the rock pile.
You swim past the mouth of a small underwater cave.
Inside, he will be waiting for you. The snooper-in-chief of the Sea Snoopers Club.
Aha! Very good, the snooper-in-chief says. And now more tests. First, you'll have to show the chief you can use tools underwater.
Not today, you creepy son of a bitch!
You kick as hard as you can, propelling yourself through the water. The snooper-in-chief takes off behind you.
You will die under the sea. You will die under the sea. Ha ha! Superb, the sea snooper-in-chief says. But the next test will be harder.
You're not turning me into sea snooper stew, you fucking monster!
Try as you might, your frantic strokes are no match for the snooper-in-chief, who keeps pace with long flutter kicks. You will die under the sea. You will die under the sea.
You grab a hold of a sea turtle and surge ahead.
But the snooper-in-chief latches onto one as well and pursues you. Your sea turtle is faster, however, and the snooper-in-chief falls farther and farther behind.
You make it to Sea Snooper Hut number 1, to the little escape sub floating alongside it. A fish swims up to you, close enough to touch, and hovers as if looking right at you. The snooper-in-chief is digging in his rucksack. He's gotten off of his turtle and he's searching for something. Please take me with you, the fish seems to be imploring. You put that fish in a bag, and you climb aboard the escape sub.
Enter your destination.
The surface?
This submarine is reserved for sea snoopers only.
We're sea snoopers, we are.
That's us.
Name more than 50 fish.
Seahorse.
Flounder.
Tuna? Tuna.
Hey!
More specific, please.
Big
eye,
dog tooth, long tail, skipjack, bluefin, blackfin, yellowfin, albacore. Bluefish, bonefish, coalfish, garfish, needlefish, paddlefish, redfish, rockfish, marlin, bass carp, nursehound, grunt pike, salmon, sculpin, snapper, sturgeon, crappie, skate snook, bullhead, shark wrasse, sea bass, tarpon, whiting, wahoo, catfish, dogfish, lionfish, tigerfish, amberjack, archer, speckled trout, pompano, arapaima, barramundi, barracuda, saratoga, huma, nuka, nuka, apple.
Big fucking deal. Everybody knows those.
Your escape sub breaks away from Super Hut number 1, leaving behind the barren sea floor.
The sub rises from the depths, the water turning bluer and clearer.
You fly past the wild places, leaving behind and continuing your adventure. You go beyond the mines and the miners' houses.
You think you can see deep down Lodge through the sub's gigantic windshield?
You are struck by how small and insignificant it looks against the vastness of the sea.
You stay on the lookout for fights, but none pass you.
Man-made structures lie in your wake, and you smile as coral beds pass.
And then the water turns a brilliant turquoise and erupts in a surge of bubbles as your submersible breaks the surface.
Part 8. You, the sea, living.
You open the hatch, and a warm ocean breeze pours in. You emerge from your submersible.
You once had a book about the future, a book with the final 2 pages left unread. But you lost that book long ago. You have a dim memory of leaving it on the bottom of the ocean. But who can say, really?
Ahead of you, a broad, unbroken horizon stretches out under a clear sky. The current carries you towards some fantastic new shore, and you dip your hands into the water and paddle, propelling yourself forward.
The end. You Will Live Under the Sea. Written by Trey Tatum. Directed by Bridget Leak. Performed by Jordan Trovillion. And me, Rory Sheridan, as this voice. Lights, sound, projections, and puppets by Molly Francis, Grayson Halonen, Taylor Hauter, and Elyse Stieby.